Thank you very much, Acting Deputy President. Well, I rise to firstly place clearly on the record that the Coalition vehemently disagrees with the Greens about the need for caps on international students studying in Australia. And I also have real issue with the way that you've characterised the Liberals, Senator Faruqi. The reference to the word racist is appalling, and I would really ask that you, through you, Chair, that you consider withdrawing such a slur on the Liberal Party, because we have a very proud history of supporting international education in this country. We have a very proud history of supporting a great multicultural country. But the capping of foreign students is critical to fixing Labor's immigration chaos. Since Labor was elected, the number of foreign students has increased from 336,000 in March 2022 to well over 800,000. This has fuelled a housing crisis, particularly in large metropolitan cities. 500,000 foreign students, as we've heard in our Senate inquiry into the bill, have been forced into the private rental market. And in suburbs like Glebe, near the University of Sydney, where foreign students now number 52% of all students, rents have gone up by 17% in just 12 months. In Clayton, which is the home of Monash University, rents are up a staggering 20% in 12 months. So by bringing in 1.6 million migrants into Australia over 5 years, Labor's Big Australia policy has completely failed to safeguard the national interest, including the right to find an affordable home, the right to see a doctor and to access other essential services. But I will agree with the Greens on this. The government has made a complete mess of its proposal to cap international students, and I am disgusted and share with Senator Faruqi the disgust with the way that the government has treated this parliament and the higher education sector, because in the Senate hearings that we have had into the bill, the government has done everything it possibly can to keep the actual student caps provided to each higher education and vet provider a secret. And even last Friday, after saying very strongly that we oppose the way the government is performing and treating the parliament and the sector, they were still keeping all of the separate international student caps secret from the Senate Inquiry Committee, and that is just completely unacceptable. So Labor has made a real mockery of the Senate inquiry process. But what we do know is that of the provider caps that have been now given to the sector, the total number of allocation for universities has gone backwards by 1%, but across the private higher education and vet sector, we understand that that's gone back by 28%. So we are seeing gross discrimination at play. But the minister, when he announced these caps, said this is a win for the regions, and we now learn in the Senate inquiry this is not a win for the regions. A number of regional universities have done very badly out of these caps, because what these secret and covert caps enable the government to do is to basically go about imposing these caps without any transparency and doing deals behind closed doors. So we are, as a committee, seeking to extend the reporting date of the committee report again. We are actually seeking to extend. We're also seeking to reopen submissions, and we are also seeking another public hearing, because it's absolutely not good enough the way the government is treating this whole issue, and including the sector. The Coalition will implement a hard cap on the international student program in consultation with the higher education sector, which is what has been missing. International students contribute to the Australian economy. They provide valuable labour by working in casual and part-time jobs. However, the vast majority of international students are housed off campus. This is placing enormous pressure on housing. There is a housing crisis courtesy of this government that is not good enough, but we need a system that manages this properly.
Thank you, Senator. Your time has